Hello, hello! I am nowhere on screen. Where did I go? Uh... I've been having so many problems. So many freaking problems! Oh my word. Okay, let's figure this out. Did I... Oh, I know why. I know why. Hold up. Yep, there we go. Okay. One of those problems I mentioned was not being able to really, like, put, Holocure in, like, the stream. So, it doesn't, Holocure doesn't like, OBS, I guess, or OBS doesn't like Holocure. I don't know which one it is. Anyway, hi Trix, hi Roland, yes, Gura. Right now it's Farina because I had to do display capture to get the game. But, yes, Gura's my Oshi. She's graduating. It's sad. She's doing karaoke right now. I was actually listening to it before the stream. She played Fly Me. She sang Fly Me to the Moon. God tier Fly Me to the Moon. So I was kind of like, we could do Elden Ring, but I was actually working on a Gura pixel art because I was like, my Oshi's gonna graduate. You better be darn sure that I'm gonna have some art that I've never ever wanted to do, but like for anybody. Well, I mean, I've wanted to do art before, but I've never wanted to like really do a whole lot of it. So I was like, I'm gonna do a Gura pixel art, and promptly everyone in the household fell ill with COVID. And so I can't. I was so sad. So this is my replacement for pixel art that I don't know if she's gonna, will she even have access to Twitter after she leaves? Like, if I were to post it to Twitter and tag Gura, I don't know if she can even see it, but she probably will. So I may still try to get it out there, but yes, I do sound sick. I'm so sick. Actually, I'm feeling much better. The symptoms, I'm basically at the tail end of the symptoms, and now I can't tell if it's just the nasal polyps again or if it's COVID. I'm testing tomorrow, so here's hoping. But yes, Roland, good to see you. Trick, good to see you. I think, oh, hold on, let me pull up my list of, here we go. It's my list of collabs I don't have and items that I need to collect, so I'll keep that up there. Yeah, my nose is suffering. I found out that they can't schedule the surgery for at least like another 2 weeks. It was I think they said 2 weeks after my first positive test. So luckily that means I'm on the shorter end of that waiting spectrum, but I'm kind of being like aggressive about calling the doctor and saying like, hey, I'm ready for another reschedule. Like, I'm already pretty positive I'm testing negative within the next couple of days here, and that's definitely not 2 weeks. So, yeah. But let's see. The only item I don't have is Owlblade, which I can't. Oh, here, let me turn the. I feel like it could be turned down a little bit more. The only item I don't have is Owlblade, which I get from beating stage 5, and that's the one I'm currently stuck on. So I've done a bunch of grinding, but yeah. How is everyone today? Oh, also, please see. Hold up, I actually got to do this. This is important. Please check the description because. Hold up, I can't type and talk. Check the description for warnings and chat rules. Very important. Thank you. So this game causes me some motion sickness because of some effects that are present in the game. I discovered today that you can. I usually play it in windowed mode because that helps, but today I have to play it in full screen for the display. I found the settings that kind of tone down the visual effects so they're not as thickening and or like causing a variety of medical conditions. So if for some reason you are watching this stream and you find yourself plagued by issues because of what's happening on screen, please let me know. I will happily rework the settings however I need to rework them to make this a more comfortable experience for everyone involved, myself included. That is just a general warning. Also, free VTuber chat. No VTuber drama, just... I'll be talking about my Oshis today, so I don't want to preclude anybody from talking about their Oshis. I feel like that's unfair. Not that I usually, you know, be against that. If anyone wants to come into my chat and talk about VTubers they like, go for it. I like VTubers. Wait, I've already got to look at the list. Alright, let's see. Is Idle Song one of these? Idle Song is not one. What about videos tier? I guess I could go with Fan Beam, because that's the only one on the list that I need. I've got my notepad list of things that I have to get up, so that way I don't have to worry about constantly closing out. I guess we could keep going with Fan here. I probably won't be focused too much on trying to unlock. I should. Well, I say I probably will be. I shouldn't focus on trying to get as many collabs as possible this time around, just because it might be better if I just focus on winning. Oh, definitely Nurse's Horns. Honestly, only know small indie VTubers, never watched big ones before. That's fair. I want to watch more small indie VTubers. Let me rephrase that. I want to watch more VTubers in general, because if I'm being honest, I don't have time for anything. Like, Gura is my Oshi, but I could probably count on one hand the actual number of streams I've been able to catch live. Just because of how busy I get, and my, like, schedule not really working out with, like, most stream schedules. So I think there was a period of time where I was actually able to catch, like, a handful of her streams. But usually, Looter and I just watch VODs before bed. That's how we get our VTuber content. I wish I could say that I wasn't, honestly. Like, I mean, like, I was talking with Looter about it the other day, and I feel like I'm not as busy as maybe I think I am, but it just feels that way all the time. Like, if I were to break down just a normal day for me, I would be like, wow, I'm so busy. But, like, in hindsight, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge because I've never been in a situation where I can really guess. I guess we'll keep going with trying the rest. Because it's like every time I make plans to not be busy and or just do normal things. Probably go with attack up. It seems like that's when I get the busiest. Like, take today, for example. I work a job where I could probably work, you know, I could work anywhere between 2 hours to, to 12 hours in one day, right? Like, my workday varies in terms of, like, intensity greatly. And what I find odd is, like, I pick one day out of the week to stream because I'm like, there's no way I could keep to a steady stream schedule, so I'll just have to hope one day works. And then I have a day like today where I was basically working all day. Remote, by the way. I was not in person. I have been cleared for remote work for, like, basically the rest of the week. Talking about how you categorize your friends on stream today was definitely about how you would literally the reason for the busy bee friend category. Right? No kidding. Like, and you're not the first person to feel that way, too. Like, I wish it was different. But I also know that maybe it's just the life that I live. I don't know. I definitely am a victim of my own mind, too, because I have to have Looter constantly... What is this? Yeah. I have to have Looter constantly talk me out of things. Like, I will take on new projects and new ideas so dang fast, and I have to have Looter there to be like, Shinji, you actually do not have time for that. Then I'm like, why? What do you mean I don't have time for it? She's like, what about, like, the 3 other things you said you wanted to do that you also definitely don't have time for? And I'm like, well, okay. Fair. So a lot of it I feel like is self-inflicted, which makes me go, cool, so maybe I just don't self-inflict it. But then it's just like, no, there's definitely some of it that's not self-inflicted. I don't know what's causing it all, but I did have an epiphany. Ever since all this stuff started with my nose, I noticed that that's kind of when it started. Like the busyness, my lack of energy to do almost anything at all. And I'm kind of thinking, and the one time where that was different was when I was on the prednisone and the problem was under control. So I'm like, I wonder if it's just the sleep. I'm not getting good sleep. I'm not, like, my quality of life in terms of just being able to do things is low because of my nose. So I'm like, I wonder if when I get my nose fixed, how much can I actually push myself to do? Like, I'm kind of interested just to burn myself out for a bit and see if maybe I could overcome some things here. Maybe not be the busy friend. Maybe I could actually get back to a life where I used to be a completionist in games. I used to play so many games, hours on end. We'll keep going there. Likely is chronic fatigue will ruin you. Is that what it's called? Oh my word. I'm gonna look that up now. That's probably it. That probably is what it is. Because I legit don't sleep well. Like, usually around 5-ish in the morning, I wake up with extremely dry mouth. Like sometimes in pain, sometimes I can feel my throat sticking to itself. Type of dry mouth. And I wake up every 10 to 20 minutes for the next, like, 4 hours, unable. It's like hitting the snooze button. Every hour, like every 10 to 15 minutes, you know, from 5 a.m. to like 8, which really does a toll on your physical well-being. Not even like that busy yourself, but with your condition, make you feel busy all the time because energy is spent under halfway through the day. That is valid. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe I'm just not as busy as I think, and it's just chronic fatigue. Because when I tell you, I really didn't used to be this busy. Lunar and I played Fire Emblem 3 Houses, like, almost non-stop after release. We were, like, putting some hours into that game. So I was like, there was a time where I wasn't that busy and where I could just take an entire day, like an entire Saturday, and just say, okay, Lunar, let's just play Fire Emblem all day long. Not sleeping well legit doesn't ever, like, I nap every day because I just cannot sleep more than 2 hours at a time, right? 2 hours at a time, though, that really sucks. Like, I still get at least a somewhat decent night's sleep depending on what time I go to bed, but, like, dang, that's really gotta suck. Cause you really do, like, I mean, for me, like, mine is like the definition of just minor inconvenience. That's big enough to just mess up everything. But like, you're like, I really kind of sometimes try to put into perspective what you have to go through in a day, because like it really is times where I'm just kind of sitting there thinking to myself, like, I wonder like how Trix would manage this on the level of pain. Look at the little shark girl go. If y'all want some good Shinji lore, there would be technically no Shinji without Gura. I fell down the VTuber rabbit hole because of Gura. And it was funny because I had so many other chances to fall down the VTuber rabbit hole that didn't involve Gura. Yeah. Usually having to ask yourself, how would Trix manage X? The answer is he would. Well, Idle Song. Do we have anything that mixes with that? Idle Song and X Potato. What collab is that? I can't look. What collab is that? Idle Song, X Potato is Rap Dog. Rap Dog. I love that. Only seen clips of Gura, but she's hilarious for sure. She really is. She has a lot of the part of what drew me to her was being that she kind of plays games similar to how I play them. Like, I'll still be cautious and like thought out, but there's times where I really do like where Gura will just say something like, "Oh, he can't get me here," and then like suddenly the enemy can climb. Like, I live for those experiences apparently. Yeah, like, I had looked into Oshi I a lot before, because I'd seen her clips and stuff. And, I was, like, looking into, like, motion tracking stuff, potentially for, Lunar and I maybe doing some Vocaloid shenanigans. And, we were kind of, like, trying to figure it out, like, not really sure what to do. And, I gave up on it because it was going to be too complicated, and I definitely wasn't going to be able to. But then one day in 2020, I'm sitting at a break at my new job because I had gotten let go from my old one, and just scrolling through Instagram. What is this? Flow targets, yeah. Just scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly the algorithm decided I needed to see a bunch of pictures of Gura. Like, it was just straight. I was seeing pictures or fan art of Gura, Mari, and Miko. And I was like, why? Who is this? Is this from like Project Sekai? I think it's what I said. I was like, why is it showing me things from a game I don't play? And that's when I actually looked everything up, and I was like, oh, it's a VTuber like Oshi and I. And then that just evolved after I put it into my search algorithm. That's when it was like, oh wait, like Instagram was like, okay, well, let's show it more. So then I started seeing a clip. That's how I found out about Botan. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to find a VTuber from Hololive that I really like. Not this Gura chick, though. I was like, I want a VTuber that I feel more accurately I could resonate with, right? Not Gura, though. I don't think it'll be Gura. Turns out it was Gura. I could not escape Gura. Like, I'd watch other VTuber clips, and I would kind of mildly chuckle, but then I would see Gura clips, and I would either just feel good by the end of it, or I would just laugh a lot. And then poor Lunar had to put up with me, like, hyper-fixating on Hololive for so long. To the point where she was just like, I really don't think I'm gonna like VTubers, you know, like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. I just want to show you, like, these clips that I think you'll really enjoy, right? So then I got on a mission. I was like, then I'm going to find a VTuber that I think Lunar will like. And that's what led me to Holostars. And that's how I did end up finding a VTuber that she liked, Kageyama Shien. And then she found Ike, Evelyn, and Nijisaji all by herself. And then that's actually when Lunar, like, officially got into VTubers. And then Lunar one day said, you know what, I think I'd like to be a VTuber. And so I looked into doing VTuber stuff for her. I restarted the search. And then she was like, hey, you should totally use Vroid to make a character mascot for your AMV channel. And I was like, oh, you think? And then I did. And then she was like, hey, since you've made it this far, you should totally just VTube with me. And I was like, oh, okay. And that's how Gargur... that is my, like, the whole, My Chemical Romance, or was it 9/11 being linked to Ellen DeGeneres' downfall? That's my version of that. Gargura inadvertently led to this series of events that brought us here today. I ended up being your Oshi, exactly. Yes, I did. I fell down the rabbit hole, and I was like, how can I make my wife fall down the rabbit hole too? Like, seriously. I was like, it can't just be me. There's way too many interesting characters here. Looter's gotta fall into this. I do have a couple of, like, moments where that was just, like, the case for me, that there was just this really weird moment that I ended up liking a VTuber. What did I get? Super headphones. Nice. This is the run. I feel it. I failed every single run at stage 5 up until today. This is the one. If I can manage to push out a super collab, then we're good. Alright, I got Idol Song at back. Now I just need to get... what's it called? X Potato at back. I was wondering where the whirlpools were. I just realized I hadn't been paying close enough attention to see if they were still out. But yeah, so Looter and I went to AWACON, right? And there was a vendor, an artist vendor there, and they had this Fuwamoko hoodie. Now, I had this weird relationship with Fuwamoko because while I really liked Advent when they debuted. Like Narissa, Bijo, Fuwamoko, and Shiori, they are all just like really peak character design and also really good talent. However, I was still very like Hollow Myth and stuff like that. Because, you know, they were the OGs. Like, of course, I'm always going to be a chum bud. And, where was I going? Oh, yeah, so, they had this Fuwamoko hoodie. And like I said, I hadn't really been into Fuwamoko, but I had seen their clips. And the funny thing about their clip, it was like, my brain reacted the same way to Fuwamoko's clips that, like, children do to Coco Melon. My brain shuts off whenever Fuwamoko are talking, and I don't get it. It's just this weird thing. Okay, let's see. The little purple bats, right? I know, right? I'm sorry, I have to. It's no. If it makes you feel better, I'm not killing them. Where they're actually being brain controlled by an evil entity, and this is how we save them, is by knocking some sense into them. So it's okay. I'm not killing you. You're good. You're good. I'm just helping you. I'm helping you. Wait, they also have purple and green heterochromia? I gotta pay more attention to that. Are they still out? They are. Oh my word. That's actually really cool. Trick somehow made an inadvertent cameo into the game. Oh, is the net not ready? Oh, the net is ready. I just didn't push the right button. Okay, super collab incoming. There it is. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Okay, so remember that thing I said about visual effects? The super collabs are really what do it for me. So, like I said, I turned the visual effects down. This should hopefully take care of it. But again, if anyone starts feeling motion sickness or anything like that, let me know. I'll be happy to go into the settings and figure it out. I'm ending your evil arc? That is your lore. I am co-opting the lore, no. Actively deleting your lore live? Yes. Wrapped off. Drop some hot beats while targets take 20%. Oh, let me take that off of my list here now that I've got it. I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 collabs left. Don't worry. I'll make sure to leave your lore intact by the end of this. You can never truly take tricks down. But yeah, so I was like, I saw this jacket. Oh, wait, hold on. What do I got? Bouncy ball, fan beam, and sausage. Oh, I didn't see Eo's tears. So I saw this Fuwamoko hoodie, right? They were like, it's up for pre-order. And so I was like, okay, I probably won't get it because it was a little expensive. And Looter and I had NecoCon like the week after that. So, and we wanted to save more money for that. So I was like, okay, I've seen them at NecoCon before, so I'll just get it if they come to NecoCon. And if not, I'll go to their website and I'll buy it. Or pre-order it. and they didn't come to NecoCon, and then I missed the pre-order. But I was like, it's okay. It was just pre-order. It'll show up on their site, right? So while I was waiting for this, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna buy a jacket with Fu and Moko on it, I already know I like their clips. Why don't I just start watching their stream? And all it took was them playing Parasocial once, and I was like, okay, bow bow, I'm a ruffian now. Also, there is a giant Trix bat now. I'm so sorry, Trix. I'm so sorry. This has to happen. I can't die here. Again, Trix can never truly die. You're too powerful of an entity. Closing your eyes, you do not see. That's for the best. It's okay. You're safe. The bats are gone. But yeah, then at some point along the way, I ended up seeing a bunch of Rower clips and being like, I like this cat. And now I'm just like, I want to draw like Rower cat. Dang, she's really good. Like, if there's one thing that made me want to do more art streams, it was watching Rara, and I'm just like, one of these days, there will be maybe consistent Shinji pixel art streams. I would like that. Oh dear, that is a lot of axolotl! 17 minutes, we are almost to the boss. Oh, I remember what the boss was. The boss wrecked me so hard. I don't know if I'm prepared enough for the boss, am I? If I can get that second collab, then I think I will be. But I really need that second collab. Oh dear. Ah, there we go. Second collab incoming. I'll save the net for when they all need to be moved out of the way. Okay. Did it? Nope, that was a weapon. Or a stamp. Not the collab. There it is. Where's it at? I heard it. There it is. Wait. CEO's tiers and fan beams. Dude, dang. Nah, I like Ring of Fitness. What is that? Continuously throw a ring of fitness balls. Hopefully nobody walks in. Speaking of art, you're going to do icons for a game? Yes, I'm so excited, and you need to tell me what game that is because I will 100% support it. So that way they know that they have at least one player ready to play. Okay, Psycho Axe, I'll take it. I don't really think at this point there's a purpose to focus on collabs, so... It's stamp. Okay. Okay. We've got a damage increase. Oh wait, I actually might be able to get another collab out of it. There's a good chance at least. I'm pretty sure Fanbeam and Psycho Axe are one of the collabs. You know who else I enjoyed from Hololive? Mube. I liked Mube a lot. And Fauna. I was really sad when they announced their graduations so close together. I never really watched them consistently. Like, I would usually have, like, them on if there was nothing new from, like, Gura or anything. But they were always really fun to have on in the background. I loved Fauna's Suika game playthroughs. It's what made me want to play it. Oh, here comes the boss. Okay, before this gets intense. Your sister's husband's game. You've seen a bunch of stuff. He makes her blunders, but he's so talented. Really? Okay. Just thought she forgot your meds for an hour and a half. Oh, yes. Please go get your meds. But also, that is so cool. Seriously. I also can't wait to see what your sister's husband does because that is pretty cool. And I'm all about supporting indie games. Okay, Gundam Pekora. That is what I'm calling you, because that is definitely Pekora, but like a Gundam mech. And I don't know the names of all of the little things here. Okay, we might get another collab to help us out here, which would be really cool. Because I feel like I'm not doing enough damage to this thing. Oh. Am I actually going to do this? Everything's going really well, and that scares me. Oh, we did it! Oh, and I got the Pekodom. Pekodom. That's way better than Gundam Pekora, Shinji. Come on. I did it! Whoo! You got your meds? Nice. Mills Master, hello! Welcome. Stooks, did you know your Oshi is streaming her final unarchived karaoke? Yes, I've actually got that on. It's on mute right now, but I did catch some of it before this, and I was listening to her sing Fly Me to the Moon. I will never stop talking about how well that girl can sing jazz. Holy crap. What game is this? It's called Hololive. Or, not Hololive, it's Holocure. It's Holocure. It is a Hololive fan game. Oh, I got so many coins from that. A very fast dagger that slashes continuously in front. Cannot wait to use that. Shop. Let's see. I don't really have a reason to focus on upgrades as much right now. Who do I need to get? Am I just missing whoever's from Coronade's side? Because I want to unlock all the characters. Yeah. Oh, rank up. Okay. How have I not gotten the person I need? Okay, hold up. Did I just waste a bunch? Fubuki, Mio, Korone, and Okayo. Ah, shoot. That was a waste. Actually, no, it wasn't. How have I not gotten the one? Okay, wait, hold on. I have them all already? Wait. Did I do it again? Oh, wait. Who was it? Oh, it was Tokido Sora. Okay, so next is Sakura Miko's group. Oh, no, it's not that one. It's the next one. Okay. There's 4 of them. I'm missing one. There's a thing next to the banner. Dang it. I should have been paying attention to that. Akai Hato! Yay! I almost got them all. I'm just missing a handful here. Who am I missing? I do have them, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have them. No, I do. I have them as well. I have all of Holo ID. You guys are the ones who didn't do much from. And this banner too. Why did I go on this banner? I don't know. Alright, well let's do it again. Let's see. Let's go Mume. She also graduated. Ooh, let's go with her little art outfit. I like her artist outfit. See, good job. Thank you. Yippee! Speaking of Holo, good game to play as Hollow Knight. Agreed. Hollow Knight is fantastic. Oh, I just realized I don't have Mume upgraded like I do Gura. This could be difficult. Let's get Friend out of here. Oh, can you imagine if I get Owlblade and then Friend starts using Owlblade? That'd be so cool. Let's see. Holiday is such a fave. Love bugs. Yes. The bugs are amazing. I'm so excited for Silksong. I can't believe we actually got a Silksong release date from the Switch 2. I was like, there's no way. Everyone was talking about it too. They were like, oh, could there be Silksong news? And I was like, you know that there's not going to be Silksong news. What's wrong with you? I was like, there's never Silksong news. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? And then there was actually Silksong news, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I stand corrected. I haven't missed your comment, don't worry. It was just hard to read and talk at the same time. How is thinking about Scratch going? I'm not sure, because I've been learning C#. And it's been on and off for a while. So I don't know if I'll be switching languages. But I'm not opposed to checking it out. I just haven't had a chance to. Things have been kind of more or less crazy. I'm still trying to get a surgery, and we just cleared. The house is almost cleared of COVID, so. Whew. You're not. Please play Silksong for it. Oh, I will be. I will be, because I will be getting Silksong. If I can get a Switch too, we're not entirely sure if that's happening yet, because we were thinking about pre-ordering. And the pre-orders closed faster than we thought they would. Oh, checking your stuff out. Oh no, seriously, I'm still thinking about it. It's gonna happen at some point. Because I would like to play viewer games on stream. That would be fun. But it'll probably be either after Elden Ring, or if I could get, because I have actually been working on a stream schedule that involves more than just Tuesday. I'm working on it. I was actually supposed to implement the schedule like 3 weeks ago, and then couldn't do it. So hopefully it will. But that is currently what we're doing now. Is we'll probably focus on Elden Ring until I can either get that schedule up, or until Elden Ring finishes. I'm not entirely sure yet. But the Switch 2 is very expensive, yes. I was hoping that it would be cheaper, but I think wasn't that about the price of the regular Switch, though? I seem to remember getting the one that we got at a discount, because it had been out for a while, and I think the price went down on it. Let's do just bandage. A dream come true. Multiple Fox streams. Yay! Oh yeah, I know. But yes, multiple streams. Hopefully. It just depends, because I was kind of waiting till after my surgery as well. It just kind of depends. It depends on a lot of things. But if I can make it work, then I will make it work. It may mean that I do multiple streams for like 3 weeks, and then if it's not working, I'll just have to go back to one. So I'm sorry if I get anyone's hopes up about that. But hopefully that's not how that'll go. So another stream, its commenter suggestions on a certain day. That would be fun. I'm having a surgery? Yes. I have something called nasal polyps, and it's where your nose decides that there needs to be a little growth in the back of your nose that keeps you from everything. It's not fun. I do not wish it on anybody. But yes, I am supposed to have surgery on that. Alright, Boomay, don't delete everything on screen. Yay! What's that? Ooh. I will take an explosion. Oh no! I get stuck on those stupid trees. Well, that didn't yield as many hollow coins as I would have liked. I'm getting a lobotomy? Oh my word. I haven't been able to hear that word the same lately. I'll talk about that in a second. My nose is rude, thank you. It's very rude. I get nosebleeds very frequently now because of it. Really bad nosebleeds. Just the other thing where they stick stuff in my nose? Yeah. But yeah, Lunar and I just recently watched, or rewatched, the Danganronpa Despair arc. I had forgotten about the lobotomy scene. It was terrifying then, it was terrifying now. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Gotta go soon? Okay, no problem. You have the personality of a 10-year-old with the knowledge of a 20-year-old. Nice. The what scene? You're gonna have to watch that for science? Yeah, it was... The whole Despair arc is actually really, like, messed up. But it's a... I stand by the Despair arc of the Danganronpa anime. It is pretty... It does a good job at what it tries to do. There's more chats. Okay. Okay, I'm taking too much damage to not read chat yet. I crashed. Should you know? I know, I'm back though. Fox EXE was Control-Alt deleted, and Task Manager booted it up successfully. Fun story too. I know what we're doing next in Elden Ring. We're gonna tackle some side quests that I discovered can be done. Yeah. Then if I get Limiter, May is gonna be even more OP. Oh no, I'm dead. I'm dead. How did that not kill me? That should have killed me. Oh, that's so awesome. I guess we'll do civilization. See, you didn't even know it has an anime. It is a game, yes, but they made an anime based on the first game, and then they made a second season to that anime that was basically the conclusion of the games, the first two games. There was a third game that comes after the conclusion of the anime, but you don't need to watch the anime to enjoy the third game. The third game is actually standalone, pretty awesome. However, the anime, it's told in two parts. So the first episode, it's 24 episodes, and there's a despair arc and a hope arc. The hope arc has 12 episodes. The despair arc also has 12 episodes. And you'll watch episode 1 of hope arc, and then you'll watch episode 1 of despair arc. Hope arc takes place after the end of the first game. Despair arc is actually the prologue to everything that happens in the series. And it is, they do a really good job with the writing for it, I think. I wasn't as impressed with the hope arc as I was with the despair arc. The despair arc is actually pretty good. Let's see, would I take the red pill or the blue pill? Both pills do nothing. I guess the blue pill because I like the color blue. Also, it's kind of fun sometimes when your tongue turns blue. If I took the red pill, my tongue would be red and there'd be no fun in that. Digi takes the gamer pill. I didn't think of that. Dang. You're so annoyed that it didn't kill you. Why didn't it kill me? I was just shocked. You didn't know anything about the game at all, so can you still understand the anime? Yes. In fact, actually, Lunar and I had not played the games at all when watching the anime. We watched the full anime, like, all the way through before playing any of the games. Wait, what does this do? Okay. I've never gotten that one before. So yes, you can still understand it. So there's definitely a difference in animation quality from the first game. I'm sorry, from the first season. But it's because, like, the first season I think was just supposed to be like a promo for the game. I legit think that they were just like, let's promote the game by turning it into an anime, and so they just kind of did that. But then I think the next season they had to step it up a bit. Oh, there we go. That increases our attack. See, you're putting it on your watch list? Okay. Oh, one thing to be warned, though. The, like, draw point of the series itself is very, like, irreverent, crass humor. It's kind of a series staple to be, like, to be that way. But there is, like, a point to it. Like, it's not like they're doing that just because they can. There's actually, like, a reason that it kind of juxtaposes this very crass, vulgar, like style, I guess, with what you see in the anime. It's meant to contrast a very lighthearted tone. So do keep that in mind because they do not hold back. And when I say they do not hold back, I'm saying that both Japanese original language and English original language could potentially be like a watered down version of the Ghost Stories dub. That's probably the best way to put that. It's not as bad as the Ghost Stories dub, even though I feel like the Ghost Stories dub is just a product of its time. I don't know why or how that was just allowed to exist, but it's one of those things that it's around to stay. I do want to watch it one day. I see clips all the time, and I'm just like, how is this allowed at all? But you'll kind of get that watching Danganronpa. There's some things that are said and done where you're just going to be like, how was this allowed? Like, someone had to approve this. Okay, hold on. There's been a lot of chats. You've been watching One Piece again? Nice! I hope it's good. I really do badly want to get into One Piece. The live action made me really want to start watching it. Let's see. All I see right now is Info Buddy Slives. Yeah. Politically incorrect. That's probably a good way to put it. I don't know though, because sometimes I feel like politically incorrect is just used to be like, it's not used by the type of people who are actually using it the way it should be, if that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out a better way to phrase that, because I feel like that definitely didn't get across what I was trying to say there. Oh. I guess the Schrodinger's douchebag type is the type to say politically incorrect. I don't know. Maybe it's just the... Maybe I'm just used to the Schrodinger douchebags in my life saying it. But yes, Ghost Stories is a product of its time. It's one of those things that I think a lot of people, like, probably watch and enjoy because it's a product of its time. Oh, dang it. Alright, Mube needs to get stronger before she can do this stage, I guess. Oh. But we're still sticking with the Mube. Let's go... Let's go Halloween Castle. Bill's joke of the day. Vegetable oil is made of vegetables and canola oil is made of canola. What is baby oil made of? I feel like there's a gotcha here. Hold up. The answer is not babies. What is baby oil made of? Oh dear, I got stuck. You wish it was? We'll just hold still. I feel like this is a good place to just kind of sit. Not anymore. Now we're like actively having hostility against them. Let's go with Ian's curse. I experienced Ian's curse today. BRB, no problem. Yeah, Ghost Stories is worth the watch, but it's not something you really should sit there and get offended about or overanalyze because you have to realize it's a relic of its own era. Yeah. Agreed. Things were lawless back then. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff though. When I say like be wary of Danganronpa, is like if that's not something you really want to expose yourself to, then you know, be warned of that. I think it's just that developer though, because that's kind of like a thing with all of his games. Like even Tribe 9 has its moments where the characters are just like, it's definitely toned down in Tribe 9 though. In Tribe 9, usually it's just poking fun at really dark material. But in some of the other games, it's like jarring sometimes when I hear it. I'm like, you can't say that like that, dang! Like, you could do that, but it'd be a massive waste of time. Exactly. You don't mind? You'll still check it out? Okay, good. I try to be careful with recommendation, because, like, I'm actually pretty good at, like, recommending things to specific people. Like, if you can give me a little bit of your taste, I could probably recommend you something. So I always get nervous, like, that's why I haven't done the anime recommendations in a while, is because I realized that I was a lot worse at, like, recommending to a group of people. So, because I always want to be careful of, like, exposing somebody to something they may not want to see. Do you know what anime you like? I know a little bit of your taste. And I'm gonna try to think of something. Actually, tell me, let me get a definitive from you on this. Give me, what are you feeling? Are you feeling something lighthearted? Are you feeling something more serious? Like, let's start there. I think I could probably pick based on that. Do I know? Well, I know what anime you like. There's D. Grayman. There's also Ranma 1/2. There's one, I don't know if it's an anime or a manga. But I've seen you make posts about it. And I don't know what it is. But you definitely mentioned it before. It's, so I believe there's two main characters. One of them is a guy with long black hair. I'm pretty sure both characters are Chinese. And I don't know what that is. But I have heard you talk about it. But let's see, you like both? Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Yes. As soon as you said it, I remember you did post about that recently. And I remember reading Heaven's Official Blessing, and then I couldn't remember beyond that. But let's see, something lighthearted, fun. I'm trying to go back through what I've seen. Ooh, okay, actually, here's something. I don't have an anime recommendation for you right now, but I do have a recommendation for a game that you totally can't play because... or at least without an emulator of some kind, because it definitely flopped. They've tried to reboot it, and it definitely flopped on the reboot too. But it's still a good game. The game actually holds up and is a really good game. It's a novel. Okay, I figured it wasn't an anime, but I wasn't sure. You're back. Welcome back, Bill's Master. Extremely useful to recommend you a game you can't play. Yes. Which is why I'm going to say that instead of playing it, even if you can't play it, you should totally at least, like, look up about the game, because I think you would like it. So, the game is called Knight's Journey to Dreams. It's done by Sega, same guy that... I believe it was actually the same guy that conceptualized Sonic the Hedgehog. Is about a like a dream world that exists, right? Uh, and it's filled with these creatures called Nightmaren. I believe that's what they're called. And this evil entity, Wiseman, wants to leave the dream world and control reality. So he makes... No, wait, I think he's the one that creates the Nightmare. So he creates them, right? Well, one of them doesn't agree with it. One of them doesn't agree with what Wiseman's doing. And so he said... Well, I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so he says, I'm gonna actually guide humans to doing good things. So this main character of ours is, shoot, what was I saying? Oh, right. So it is a purple jester. The main character is a purple jester. Specifically, a purple jester who is androgynous and goes by they them pronouns, but sometimes prefer, but will also accept he they, or he him. Yes, his rival is a red jester with clown makeup. The bosses are circus and deck of cards themed. And it's about specifically two kids who travel to the dream world, and they're going through some sort of stress in their life. It may be like they have a piano recital. Maybe they want to impress their friends. Maybe they're feeling pressure at home. And they possess what's called the red Idia of Courage, which is what it's the rarest Idia, and it's what Wiseman wants more than anything in order to take over the world. So Knights has to guide the kids through their anxieties and their nightmares. To be able to fight back against Wiseman, who's basically the embodiment of these anxieties and fears. Okay, the chat's been going crazy, so I'll wrap up with my explanation here. The game came out in, I believe, late 90s or early 2000s, and was actually very progressive for its time. So yes, that is my recommendation to you. You should totally look it up. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, welcome back. Yes, Purple Jester, I did get you. Yes, I did get you. You do Purple Jester, Jevil reference, yes. Tricks reference. It could be both. It could definitely be both. Because that's what Knights would do, right? Like, Knights is so cool. Knights is very, whatever you want is what I will do. Unless it's Wiseman, in which case, just a fat middle finger to Wiseman, apparently. It's so funny because Knights actually is a very, positive, kind-hearted character and is always smiling, but then Wiseman shows up and Toad immediately shifts. The top 3 anime, D. Grayman, Katekyo, Hitman Reborn, and Welcome to Demons. I did not know those last two, actually. So give you an anime recommendation based on those. Okay. Your top anime is you don't watch anime? Oh, you should. There's some good ones out there. Alright, let's see. Okay, so real quick, I don't know what the other two are about. But Welcome to Demon School, I'm gonna say is probably somewhere... Welcome to Demon School sounds like it's like a magical slice of life. Kind of like someone who doesn't expect it is now in a situation where they're at like a magical school, it seems like. I am gonna have to watch the other two. I'm also gonna have to finish watching D. Grayman. My attempt at finishing it the second time failed, unfortunately. Let's see, what are your main VTuber inspos from you? Ooh, okay, now I'm gonna watch that one first, because I need to know What was Trix's main one of the VTuber inspirations? Let's see. Hold on, Bills. Okay. This game in a nutshell: bigger with low resolution equals stronger. Yes. Exactly. Just take the low resolution, make it bigger, and you've got it. The manga is so much better. I could definitely do that. I feel you there, though. I hate that sometimes the manga is so much better. I wish that it could transform into a visual medium better, but studios gotta make money, so they gotta do it too early, you know? The Opera from Demon School, Nail. Yeah, I knew Nail was inspired by the Golems. It was kind of funny knowing you liked Dig Raymond. As soon as I saw Nail, I was like, "That's your Tim Campy reference. I like it." Tim Campy's so goated. Did watch 2 episodes of Demon Slayer, but your mom didn't like it. Oh, all right. So now I've got two challenges here. I need to find an anime recommendation for Trix and an anime recommendation for Biddles that his mom would like. I could think of a manga, but that's not helpful here. I'm trying to think of some of the more maybe like wholesome anime that I've seen too. Let's see. 3 challenges because I have to watch your anime now. Exactly. Let's see. Uh-oh, 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 I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh, that was so close. Let's see. Part of me thought that would be the end of it. I don't know why I thought that. Wait a second, we have sausage and plug type Asakoko. Lightning Wiener it is. I hate that every time I like need to think about what anime I've seen, I immediately blank on that list. I think Lunar and I have it written down somewhere. Trix, have you seen Guilty Crown? Buff Duck, I know, right? I love the Subaru references. Subaru is one VTuber that I've never watched, but I've always just kind of admired, because she's apparently super nice. I'm surprised that we haven't erased everything from the screen yet. Usually that happens to me most of the time when I use Moonmazel. So I've been waiting, like, long periods of time in between use. Alright, let's see. You've seen so many anime now, it all merges together, right? Lightning Wiener, it is. You clipped it? Good. I'll probably clip it later, too. That reminds me, I've actually got a clip I'm going to post tomorrow. I just finally had a chance to sit down and make one. Alright, so you've seen some of Guilty Crown. Good clip. Shinji moment? Yeah. You've created a new concept. Shinji moment. Did you know that my family has an entire name for when I say things like that? It's called the Shinji Zone. And it's when I say something that they just mentally cannot comprehend. It happens very often, and I forget that I do it sometimes, but unfortunately I can't channel it. I wish I could, because otherwise my streams would be so much funnier. Like, there would just be so much out-of-pocket stuff said on stream. and I wish I could channel it. But unfortunately, it only happens when I say something that makes sense to me, but no one else. And so that's why I can't channel it, is because I have to say something that I know no one else is going to understand. Or at least that I think everyone else is going to understand, and then suddenly they don't, and I was wrong. And now I want to die. Do you have an example? Do I remember any? You know, I don't remember any. Because it's been so long. Like, it was a common occurrence when I was living at home, but ever since I got married and moved out, it just doesn't happen because Lunar and I are kind of on the same page. So it doesn't happen as often. Like, even if Lunar doesn't like understand what it is that I'm trying to tell her, she'll at least be able to get like the gist of it. But if I think of any, I'll probably say them because it's kind of funny when it happens. Should you brand a brain rot? Exactly. It doesn't happen since Lunar you share a brain cell. You know, I wish I could say that that was wrong, but unfortunately, that's actually quite accurate. Insane person plus insane person equals understanding and no instatement. Exactly! Lunar and I have reached the same level of just mental instability. That's all it is. Alright, there should be... Oh, we need one more level on sausage. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I'm so excited. No, don't erase it. Okay, thank you. Lightning Wiener! Yeah! Here we go. This is what life is about, is the Lightning Wiener. I cured my arthritis with Lightning Wiener. Alright, so back to anime recommendations. So you've seen a little bit of Guilty Crown. All I need to do is just remember one that I've seen. Trix, have you ever seen Ghost Hunt? Lightning Wiener, let's go! A negative times a negative equals a positive. Exactly. You love Ghost Hunt? Dang it, so I was right. What are your top fives? Nice. I literally, to this day, cannot hear Jeremy Lay without thinking, Naru the Narcissist. I cracked up so hard when she said that too. For no reason, like, Lunar was just kind of looking at me like, are you okay? Like, it was funny. I was like, it's so funny. Let's see. For sure, yeah. Any anime recommendations before you go? I don't have any at this moment. However, check back at your comment from my post earlier. I will think of an anime recommendation and I will post it there. Because I've had to do this before, where I've had to recommend anime to somebody that was more like, you know, family friendly oriented. But I just can't remember any of them right now, so I need to go get that list of things that I've seen. So check back under your comment later. And I'll probably try to have it to you by the end of tonight. But I will think of something. So you watched anime as a kid. Those last episodes with the mansion monster gave you literal nightmares. That one was really scary. I remember that one. It's too much an ecchi. It started in mushy, ecchi anime, if I'm being honest. Oh, I was gonna read your comment, but okay. Okay, here we go. You don't want family friendly, but your mom doesn't like it. Sometimes that's what you need is like the gateway first, though. You just as like an introduction to say, hey, some of this stuff isn't so bad. That's what happened with my sister. My parents were kind of strict like that too, and what ended up kind of softening them to it is I think it was called Otomen, and they actually really liked that one, so they let her read that. So it's a matter of finding like that one that kind of, softens it a little bit. Do not do what Trick says. High School DxD is not family friendly. That is 18 plus. There's a reason that I don't tell people that's my favorite anime in most settings. Don't watch that if you're not 18 plus. I cannot stress that enough. Your favorite, oh boy. That's the last thing I need. I cannot be involved in corrupting another person. You've seen too much for your age? I guess that's fair, but still, no. I can't have it again. No, you're gonna tell them that I have a completely separate recommendation for you, is what you're gonna tell them. Or High School Host Club, I haven't seen that yet, but I do think it's also good. It is pretty normal, I would say. But because I haven't seen it, I can't really speak to it. But I also know that, like, a lot of people tend to like it and watch it. It is on my list to watch one day. It just, I haven't made it to that. It is a good beginner anime. You're right. I'm gonna die. This is not good. Ooh, Owl Dagger, finally! I'm so dead. I haven't revived those, so that's okay. You've watched anime before? The Pokemon anime. Ooh, see, there you go. There's gotta be one that's like family friendly. That's like got that good mix, like something like Pokemon that still got your adrenaline pumping. Trans people love Oran High School Host Club. That's what I hear. It's also popular amongst most lesbians, I find. Actually, wait. What is... I need Owlblade for something. Owlblade with Ian's Curse and Psycho Axe. I guess we'll do the Owlblade with, Oh! Oh, Owlblade's only level 2. We'll have to wait for that. Let's see. Highly recommend Welcome to Demon School. Your Bakun is extremely family friendly. Friends with the church person, they're funny. It's a wholesome anime. And very suicidal. Not really though, but well, hopefully not. Embrace the furry, everybody. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fun costume play. Alright, let's see. Mostly just trans. Rectal with the like. Bought some Pause the Tail the other day. Ooh, nice. Oh shoot, the boss is about to appear. We gotta hurry up with this Owlblade collab. Though I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh, the Hachima spider. Oh, wait. Yes. No! Okay. Man, this is OP AF. Holy crap! Nice. Okay. Whew. Aw, that really sucks. I remember I was bullied in school too. That's why I ended up being homeschooled. You just own being cringe. Life is happier to embrace it. Yeah, I agree. Once I realized that I stopped caring about what other people think, although, like I said, I was homeschooled, so it was easier to embrace the consequences of that because the only people to bully me were my little sisters, and let's be honest, I was the older brother. They couldn't really do much. What is that thing? Nightmare Fuel. That's the Hachima spider. If you don't know anything about Hachima from Hololive, she actually got banned from YouTube for doing something called Horror-Live, and it was so disturbing that the video got taken down almost immediately, and she was kind of like, okay, not doing that again. Sorry, everybody, because most people came out traumatized from that. Nobody had the balls to bully you in school? Nice. Gotta go. Have a good day, night. Okay, see you later, Mills. And again, like I said, I'm gonna try to think of something, and when I do, I'm posting it under your comment. So I'll hopefully get that to you tonight if I can think of something. If you bite me, you bite back harder. So you did all right in school. Yeah, that's good. For the most part, I never really cared what people did to me. It was when they started like messing with my sisters. Like I almost punched a second grader when I was in 5th grade. I should clarify because they were being mean to my sister. I wasn't just thinking about punching a random second grader. It was because they were being mean to my sister. Ooh, I got everybody. You almost did. You did. You cower in a corner, but then later come back with a shotgun. Ooh. No, why did you clarify? You were enjoying the content. You just wailing on the second grader as an adult. It's like punting children. Walk around Hollow House for a bit. So relaxing. You know what? I know what we'll do. I only got a couple minutes left. Bye, Mills. Have a good night. East is cute girl ahead. Hi, June. Thank you. I will do my best. You do your best, too. Alright, what's the button? Oh, that's right. There we go. I've never played Jump King before. Ah, dang it. There we go. Oh, no! But let's see. I need to get back to the anime recommendations now. I'm actually gonna text it to you later, Trix. I really need to look at a list of anime that I've seen. Oh, the jumping is infuriating. It's basically Jump King, but with Hololive. They did that because several members of Hololive like played Jump King and got really good at it, but were also extremely frustrated. So that's why it says cute girl ahead, is it's apparently a bait for the one that plays the most Hololive. She would see cute girl ahead like happen upon a Jump King minigame and then immediately try to get to the cute girl no matter how infuriating it might be. Did I just glitch out? I glitched out. How do I get out of this? How do I restart? There we go. I didn't know you could restart. Lamau. Wee, welcome! Dang it. I really want that coin. It's gonna bother me if I don't get it. Got it. I had a really cool idea for a game the other day. My brain's been working on it, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to develop it by myself. So I've been trying to come up with the best way to go about assembling a crack team to make this idea come to life. There we go. Crap. Well, yippee! You know game people so you can get me in touch? I might need that. It's probably not going to be for a while, though. Remember how I said that Lunar kind of keeps me in check with getting too ambitious? When I told Lunar this amazing idea for a game, her response was, do you remember that other thing you're doing? The reason I'm being so secretive about it is because I'm going to... It's something related to a thing I want to do on the channel. And I don't want to reveal it just... Well, I guess I could probably say. I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I need to say it. It's going to give me accountability. And I'm going to be able to work on it better. But... Anyway, I'm working on a board game. I've already got, like, pieces made up. Lunar and I have done 2 playtests that have gone unfinished because it needs work. It needs lots of work. To the point where I actually ended up reworking a bunch of the rules to make it work. So I've already picked out a manufacturer. So once my thing is it's going to get play tested. Come on. There we go. So I'm going to play test it, and then that's going to be done by Lunar and I. So Lunar and I are going to get it playable, and then I'm going to reprint the cards to match the playability, because right now they don't really match the playability, because I just needed to, I needed different things on there to make sure that, it was balanced, I needed different parameters, stuff like that. So Lunar and I are playtesting it, and then once it's playtested, I'm going to reprint everything, and then that's when I'll start, with the Kickstarter. It'll become a big channel thing. I would like for it to, at least. And I'm going to do other playtests with a few other people. Dang it. And then once the final playtests are done and the rules are out, that's when I have a local game shop that I'm going to try to take it to and say, hey, can I run demos of my game here? I would like to take it to cons. However, it's a bit longer of an experience than you could probably like find at a con. You know, it's not something that you can really finish in like 30 minutes. So that's something I'm working on too, is like making the gameplay quicker so that maybe it's more consumable for a casual audience. Because it's meant to be for everybody. It's not meant to be like for one specific group. I'm trying to make it as like wide range gamer as I can. So your sister's husband is so talented. I really can't wait to see the game that you're going to be doing icons for. I'm super excited. Because if it's a new indie developer that I get to support, then hooray for that. But sounds fun. I hope it will be. Because right now, Lunar and I are kind of stuck on it. Like, the last playtest we did, I was like, okay, this is not how it was meant to be. And then I had an idea, and I basically reworked, like, all of the rules. To make it more fun because it's kind of asymmetrical. One side of the table is going to be played differently from another side of the table. So, okay. I have talked a lot. It is about as long as I was anticipating. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I didn't need to do that. I just reset all of my progress thinking that I needed to go back to the door, and now I feel like Gura. Now I feel like how Gura looks right now. Dang it. I worked so hard to make it there, too. Oh, well. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. Yeah, it was not my best choice. Sorry I couldn't get those anime recommendations, but I really am going to think of them because it was there was one person that I did an anime recommendation for, and it was so easy for me to recommend it because like I knew exactly what his tastes were, and I even nailed down specifically that it was meant for like a female oriented audience, which means there was plenty of stuff to see for the female gaze, and he was gay. And I was like, dude, you're gonna love this. And sure enough, he was like, I showed it to him and he was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And I was like, yeah, it is. I don't know if he's seen it yet, but I showed him like images and stuff, and he was like, okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna like that. Yeah, thank you for the stream. Yeah, you're welcome. Sent you guys the website so you can see some of his work. Yes, I do want to see some of his work. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. This was fun. A good replacement for the fact that I couldn't really get my Gura art out on time. But it gave me a chance to talk about Gura and how much she's meant to me. So I wish her all the best. She has been going through a lot of health problems due to just the stress and everything. So I hope that before she does anything, she's able to get rest. And that is my wish to you, Gura. If you're watching this, you probably never will. But if I'm ever graced with Gura's eyes on the screen for this stream, I hope she knows that I was another chum bud touched very much by her inspiration and her talent. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, go check out Ash again on YouTube. It's her most recent song. It is one heck of a banger. I love it so much. I've been listening to it almost nonstop. So yeah, that's my shameless plug there. But anyway, good night, Trix. I hope you have a wonderful night. Bills, I know you're gone now, but I will give you a personalized goodbye. I hope you have a wonderful night. To the new people in chat, Weoe and June, thank you so much for joining. And Roland, who was here at the beginning, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you again so much for joining, everybody. We'll give a little bit of Farina for the end, because she also deserves the spotlight at the end of the day. So thank you all so much, everybody, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye, everyone!